Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Remember the Red Sea Max E170? Well, today I'm doing the first video, or the first update of this tank, and it's a sad update to the point that, you know what, I just grabbed my phone and I started to record. So if the quality is a little bit different, excuse me, it's because of my phone. To be honest, I didn't even want to make this video because it is a sad update. Man, I'm really upset today. Not depressed, but I'm upset and angry at myself because what happened to me, I could have avoided it, but you know, I didn't have the patience. Man, enough talking. So this is what happened, guys. So I bought this tank used from someone. And I'm still using all the equipment that person had. Yesterday, I woke up. First thing I do is look at my tank. I noticed that the Indo frog spawn had stripped. So I don't know. Everything went by fast. I don't know if I touched the glass or I put my hand inside the tank. But then I noticed that the water was super hot. It was super hot. So I grabbed the thermostat, the Cobat Neo thermostat heater. I noticed it was set at 94 to 96. So man, that tells you how hot the tank was. I should have tested every equipment and at least took a while before adding corals into this tank, but you know, I didn't have patience. But you know, I blame myself, but I start work next week, so I had to shut down a couple tanks and, you know, and transfer my corals here. But now I have no corals. Man, everything worked right in this tank, but the heater was something that I had my doubts on. When I plugged in the heater, I was trying to mess with the settings and noticed that when I pushed the button, it didn't move the thermostat to what the temperature I wanted to, until I plugged it in and plugged it out a couple times. Then it started to work. Then I set it at 78, and you know, it was fine for a couple days until that one day. So I think something's wrong with the heater to the point that it pressed by itself, or you know, it messed with the temperature by itself. It set the temperature by itself, and you know what? That little mistake caused my tank to crash in a way, you could say. I lost almost $500 of corals. I added everything up. It was like $480, which I lost. And you know what? I'm upset and mad at myself. I thought this weekend was going to be a good weekend because I was going to do a complete update of this tank. You know, what's new and all the equipment, how's everything going. But today we're just going to go ahead and talk about the bad, and we'll see how everything goes. So as we can see here, it's my Akins. They all stripped. My 2 large Akins in the bag, and then the 4 frags that I got from my local vendor, they all stripped. Then if we go more to the left, my Ghani stripped as well. Now we move a little bit up. The torch looks pretty bad, and you can see the skeleton, which most likely it's going to strip and die. Then my other hammer too looks really bad. Skeleton showing, most likely it's going to die. Then this toxic hammer here, 2 heads. The one to the left completely died. The one to the right looks really, really bad, so most likely it's going to die. And then if we move here, my other toxic hammer, dead. 2 heads basically dead. And then my Indo frog spawn somewhere in the bottom down there, dead. This coral, I don't know if it's a 5 whatever it is. I got it when I purchased this tank. It was glued to the rock. It's doing good. And then all the other softies, like the mushrooms and the soas, they're doing good. They're a little bit hardier. And then the chalice that one of my brothers gave me is doing good as well. But for the softies, you know what, they're doing good. So what happened, like I said, I woke up in the morning. I noticed the temperature was super hot. So what I did, I turned everything off except the wave pumps. Uh, I ran and I got a bag, put ice cubes in it. I put some popsicle sticks in there, and everything melted right away within a couple seconds. That's how hot the water was. And I forgot I have an anemone which I had added the day before, and I was happy because I had seen one of my new clownfish started to host it, um, and that what happened. I also bought two new clownfish, yeah, the day before the accident, and I was so happy about that. I was so excited for the future of this tank. And things like this happen, and I could have avoided everything, but you know that's what we learn from experiences like this. But let me show you guys real quick what I just bought, that's going to help me in the future. So I purchased these from Amazon. This is like a thermostat controller. One is for the heater, one's for cooling. So you can set it up at what temperature you want it to be. And let's say if you put it at 78 Fahrenheit and it goes above 78 by a little bit, that will shut off the heater and turn off the cooling. For the cooling, what I'm going to be using, it's going to be this fan that I'm going to be using. Is a small fan. I got the idea of this from, I think he is called trying to remember his name. It's another YouTuber, but he bought these because his tank was getting too hot, and he recommended this. And you know what? They had it in a good price, so I bought it myself. And fans, I've used fans before in my tank, but they broke down. Their fans that I bought at Target. This one's from Amazon. It's called Genesis. I'm going to set this up, and hopefully everything works for me. And yeah, so this one will be using. You know, sometimes we learn from experience, from mistakes. Now I think I have all the equipment that I need for this system. I have an auto top off, I have wave makers, light heater, now this temperature control, this fan to cool everything down. You know, everything I should wait. One thing that I told my buddy Benny, in person the tank looks way cloudier, is I'm not sure. I feel like doing a water change, because you know how when corals die they will release toxics. The water's cloudy. I'm not sure if to do a water change or not. I am going to test it in a little bit, the water quality, to see how everything is. But if anything, I'll probably leave it as is for a couple of days until the water clears up, or if I see any improvement. We'll see how everything goes. And you know, I'll make a real update soon. So let's say this is update 1 of this Red Sea aquarium. Really sad day, a day where I didn't even want to make a video. To be honest, I just feel like quitting this hobby, but you know, I know that I'm not the only one this happened to. It has happened to other people as well. So yeah, guys, that's it. This is the first update on the Red Sea Max E170. Bad news. We have corals that died due to overheating because a heater went bad. I wanted to tell the person that if their heater didn't work, why didn't tell me? But like I told my wife, what do I get out of it? There's nothing they can do, and there's nothing I can do either, but just prepare myself and purchase things that are going to help me. And you know what? Hope it never happens again. I'm probably going to take a while before adding new corals to this system. So yeah, guys, you know what? I could just feel it in myself, like there's not really much I want to speak about right now. I just want to set this little thermostat thing and put the fan on and just leave this tank and be myself and distract myself with something else. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, guys. Sorry for the negativity, but it's something I just want to share with you guys my experience in this hobby. You know, not just the good but the bad as well. The thing that hurt the most, you know, so much money that goes into the tanks, like almost $500 lost in corals. um, I've lost money before in this hobby. Of course, it's an expensive hobby for those that want to keep fresh or salt water. It's expensive. But money comes and goes. We're not taking anything to the grave. So enjoy life, be obedient, live a good life, enjoy your life. You know what? Be smart too at saving your money. I'm not telling you just to waste your money on anything. If you're a good saver on your money and you have money to waste on things you enjoy, go ahead. Because there are people that save their money on, they save their money and they don't waste it on nothing. And you know, life is short and they're not taking nothing with them. I don't want to start preaching to you guys, but that's just how I feel. We learn. Before I used to waste money on dumb things that wouldn't even last a day. And yeah. Anyhow, so thank you guys again for watching. Happy reefing, everybody. I hope this doesn't happen to no one. And if you get something out this video, just be careful, especially now that it's summer. Be careful with your equipment. Make sure if it's still working right. And I highly recommend get yourself one of those thermostat controls. It only costs $25. The fan cost me like $10. That's $35. Imagine those $35 could save you from having a tragic scene like this one that it's almost $500. But yeah, so pretty soon we might get that for my wife's tank as well, because her tank is beautiful. I'm so jealous of her tank. She told me, oh, my tank is your tank. You can have some of my corals. I said no, because that's your success story. Like, your tank is way better than mine, and I've been in a hobby longer than you. And yeah, I want to have a good reef system. And you know what? I need to go to trials and tribulations, and that's how I learn, and everything will go right. Enough rumbling, or how they say it. Is that what I'm looking for? I'm just speaking. Anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching. You're welcome to subscribe, comment, anything down below. Till then, I'm out. Peace.